based on all the vocabulary. Because in normal times or in olden days, you would have had all the vocabulary. Okay, in the old days, when we had 15 weeks of class and not this shortened version where I'm trying to stuff everything in as quickly as I can. So I'm going to give you every word you need to know. This first one you need to know we haven't yet had, but I intend to have it, if not today, probably not today, we won't have time, but Tuesday. It's called grand jeté. It's a big leap. You jump from one foot to the other. Grand jeté. If you want to use your phones, or you just use your mind as your phone, I don't know. But it's up to you. If you want to get your phone, tablets, nope, okay. Just remember all this, because I'm giving you, okay, there they go. Yeah, I feel better now. I'm like, can you really remember all these words?
Yeah, this is like,
Yeah, it's all these words are on here. They're all on here. They really are.
Are you sending it to the group?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
a
so
recording of it.
grand jeté, you've got that. Grand jeté, big leap, one foot to the other. Know your arm positions. En bas, en avant, en haut, à la seconde. Know the arm positions, Willow, okay? En bas, they're on here. I'm not gonna, just en bas, en avant, en haut, à la seconde. Know the arm positions, you'll find them on here, on the sheet. Corps de corps, carriage of body. Remember, you have port de bras, you have port de corps. Port de bras is your arms are going everywhere. Port de corps, your body's involved. Développer, that's a leg extension. That's when you develop your leg, you extend your leg. Hint, hint, your développer comes from passe. You go to passe, and then you stretch front. You can go to passe, you can stretch side. You go to passe, and stretch back, passe, side. So passe is involved in développer. Chasse, remember last week we did that across the floor. We went chasse and saute and chasse and saute. We slide and we jump. The word chasse means to chase. So no chasse. C-H-A-S-S-E, chasse. Grand battement, that's that big kick. And if you look at it, the definition on your vocabulary, it is a large beating. That's because it comes from if you kick your leg up and you bring it back to fifth, you're beating your legs together. So they define it in classical ballet is defined as a large beating. Okay? Classical ballet is codified. That means wherever you go, a plie is a plie is a plie. Okay? Unlike our tap class, we make up a lot of things in tap. We call things, you know, the Shirley Temple, the no name, the this, the that, you know, but it's not codified, but it is codified in ballet. Devant, D-E-V-A-N-T means to the front. Devant, derrière is back. So if I'm telling you to do a rond de jambe, I will sometimes say devant, à la seconde, derrière, and close. That's a rond de jambe. What do you think, Willow? You're my barometer. Know the difference between en dehors, en dedans, and I think you do. En dehors goes outside, en dedans comes inside. Port de bras, of course, carriage of arms. I said that you need port de corps, port de bras, know the difference. En croix, shape of a cross. Front, side, back, side, en croix. Now, you're going to have So that was matching. You're going to have some true and false. Let me give you some examples. These are words I just used, but you have to tell me if this statement is true or false. The feet fully stretch on any jump. Is that true or false?
True.
True. You always stretch your feet. A grand jeté, even though you haven't done this, you should be able to answer this. A grand jeté should always end in plie. Everything ends in plie. Ballet. If it goes off the floor, it better come down in plie, or you're really going to hurt yourself. Mia,
Yes.
put your arms on O, and I'll read the sentence. When the arms are on O, the palms of the hands should face the ceiling. Is that true or false?
False.
That's false. Développé is a kick of the leg.
False.
It's an extension. Whitney, true or false? In développé devant, so you have to know what développé is, you have to know what devant is. The body may arch backwards. No, it stays nice and straight. Lean back to try to get your leg up. Right, Willow? Okay. Miss Willow agrees. Willow, in demi-plie, the heels are lifted off the floor in second position. Nope. It's like, no way, no how. No chance. Right? That would be a big X. In grand plie, the knees stay over the toes. The knee stays over your toes in grand plie. Thank you. Yes, your foot can't go one way and your knee the other way. That's why we don't force turnout. Okay? There were, I hope no more, but there used to be dance teachers that would force children to do 180-degree turnout because that's what they wanted. When you're a child, you can make your feet do that, but you can only rotate as far as you are permitted with your turnout. Children can train their feet to turn out, but then they end up with their foot turned out and their knee going like this. And they can really get hurt. And little children can do that for a while, but then it catches up. So when you're a parent someday, be aware of that. When you send your child to dancing school, make sure the teacher knows something about anatomy and physiology and uses it. And make sure they teach your child terminology. Our 6 and 7-year-olds immediately learn en croix, and they love it. They'll go around, en croix, en croix, en croix. They love it. They love rond de jambe. They love to say en dehors. So you can teach them when they're young. We start teaching them at 6 and 7 about alignment by telling them, don't stand with a bean belly. This is a string bean, a bean belly. You know how a string bean is shaped? Well, this is how little kids stand. And we go, you don't want to stand like a bean belly. And they go, oh, bean belly. And they learn. Okay? And it takes them a few years, but they learn not to be a bean belly. It works. So make sure you pick that kind of teacher. All right. So you have matching, you have true or false. You have fill in the blanks. Everyone's favorite. Willow, what are the 2 kinds of plies? He's going to get an A+. Are you a 4.0 student? I bet you're close. Now, this is not on the vocabulary sheet, but I used it I think since day 1 or day 2. A releve in 5th position. Releve in 5th. What's that called, Mia?
Susu.
Susu.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, is it? Did I
It's
put
right
it
under
in there?
releve.
I added it. I put it in there. It's there. Susu. Good.
What is it again?
Susu.
A releve position.
S-O-U-S.
Oh.
S-U-S. Susu. I like to say that.
Susu.
All right. Let's see. Rachel, you're quiet back there. Rachel, in what position are your heels together and your toes pointed outward? Yeah. That's not hard. Don't flip that one. In what position, Delaney, does the heel of one foot cross to the base of the big toe of the other foot?
5th position.
5th position, yes. I hinted at this before. Let's see if anybody listened. What is a preparation for leg extensions and also turns? Passe. Because when you turn, you come to passe and you turn, pirouette, right? Pirouette. And when you extend your leg, you come from passe. Passe means you're passing through. You're on your way somewhere. At this level, yes, we hold our foot in passe. But when you get to ballet 2 or a higher level, we call it something else. We call it retiré. But right now, passe is good for ballet 1, okay? But it technically means you're passing on your way somewhere else. But we use it also as a stable position in ballet 1. What does the word port de corps mean?
Carriage of the body.
Carriage of body, thank you. Ah, you just learned this. Go up there. What is a connecting or linking movement often used in center practice?
Tanlier.
Tanlier, yeah, there it is, Tanlier. You knew that, right, Willow? You'll know it by next week. Okay, you won't know this unless you actually read the definition. But think about it. I'm going to see if Mia knows this one. Mia, what permits the dancer to use the body efficiently with the least amount of energy expended? How do I work? How do I use my body efficiently without working too hard? She's gonna go,
I know.
alignment.
Oh,
Yes,
oh, as simple as that.
it's as simple as alignment. If you are correct, and it's on the definition if you look at it. If you have good, correct alignment, everything is easier. It's harder to do things when you're out of alignment. It's much harder. Use more energy, and you probably won't do it correctly. That's really true in pirouette. You need that good alignment. Traditionally, what is the first exercise in ballet class? Cassidy? Absolutely. In more advanced classes, we do pre-bar warm-ups, etc. But in a class like this, a 50-minute class, traditionally, it's clear. What is the exercise that warms the hip joints? You know? What is it? Absolutely. Warms the hip joints. Now here's one you don't know, and I'm going to give it to you because you're all here. And I was going to put this in our center combination, and then I kind of went back and forth about it. A turn on 2 feet in a first position. A turn on 2 feet in first position. turning in first position.
Shin.
Chenet. The chenet turn. You've seen the chenet turn and go across this floor. It's a chain. It's called a chain. Chenet. Okay. What is a leg extension to the back? The most important element when you're doing a turn, what do you have to think about?
Spotting.
Spotting. It's the same in tap. You gotta think about spotting. We haven't had this step yet. I hope we will. Maybe we did. It's a jump in fifth, but it doesn't change feet. Soubresaut. Did we do that in here? Soubresaut?
Oh, we might have done
We
it.
did first and second.
Okay, and we did changement.
Yeah, we did not touch.
So if we change feet, it's called changement. If we don't change feet, it's called soubresaut. I usually give a combo at this level, soubresaut. 1, 2, 3, 4, changement. 1, 2, 3, 4, échappé, échappé, échappé. You remember, hold, and then we go left. So know that, no soubresaut, no changement, no échappé. Échappé means to escape. You're escaping from fifth, coming back to fifth. I escape, I come back. Escape, I come back. All right. My arms are held in front of my rib cage. What's that called? Perfect. What is genetically determined? That means you look at mom and dad and begins in your hip joint. Turn out. So you can't create it. You can maximize it. And that's what we try to do in Rajajam. We try to maximize our turnout, what we have. But you can't force yourself to have more than you were born with. All turnout is good. If you use your turnout, it is good. The exception would be if you want to dance with the New York City Ballet or the Joffrey Ballet, they're going to demand, or the Russians, they're going to demand perfect turnout.
It's always the Russians.
Yeah. But,
My brother's perfect turnout.
yeah, he doesn't
Dance.
care. But you don't need perfect turnout to be in other ballet companies, okay? It's just like those top ballet companies demand it. The Russians are really crazy about it.
They're insane.
Mm, mm. I've worked with the Russian Moscow Ballet. Not pretty, let me tell you. We did Nutcracker with them for many years. Oh.
Oh, Mia's like having war flashbacks about the Russians.
Oh no, I'm just thinking about,
Oh, they're so demanding.
they're very demanding.
They're very, oh Lord. They yell a lot. They scream a lot. Okay, this one's hard. Stand up. Oh, she might want to stand up. Okay, put one hand on the bar. I want you to stand on one leg, lift the other leg, lift it up. Now, bend it and turn it out. Bring it forward and turn it out. Bend it. Bend it. Bend it. What's that called? Aptitude. It's a pose on one leg. She has a good attitude. It's a pose on one leg. It's bent. Okay? When we did, remember when we would lift our knee? That was actually an attitude. We went out, passe, we lifted our knee. That was attitude to the side. You can do attitude front, side, and back. So know that. When the heel of one foot crosses to the midline of the other, but the feet are about a foot apart, what's that called? Fourth. And I haven't been using a lot of fourth. Okay, so those are fill-ins. Multiple choice. When I do a grand plie, A, do I build strength and speed? B, do I warm my legs and calves? C, can I only do it in first, third, and fifth? Or D, do I let my heels come off the floor except in second position?
D.
D.
Listen again. A, I build strength and speed. B, I warm my legs and calves. This is grand plie. C, I can only do it in first, third, and fifth. D, I allow the heels to come off the floor except in second position. What's the correct? Huh?
It's D, right?
And
And B?
B.
Oh, you hit one. Okay.
I am very tricky in matching. You'll hate me.
Can you say it again, please? Sorry.
No, because you'll get it. Just know what grand plie is.
Okay.
A chaîné turn that you haven't done yet. Is it performed on A, 1 foot? Is it performed from a first or a small second? Is it performed moving down, up, up? Or is it in fourth position?
B.
A chaîné is from first or a small second. In port-a-corps, I'm going to ask Willow to answer this one. Willow, in port-a-corps, forward now. A dancer should A, drop the head and roll down.
What was the sugar?
B, hinge from the hips, keeping the head in line with the spine. C, allow the head to initiate the movement. Or D, allow the pelvis to release in order to get a greater stretch.
B.
What?
B.
B, hinge forward from the hips, keeping the head in line with the spine. Yes, you win. That one. All right, Mia, would you stand and put your arms in a la seconde? In a la seconde, the hand should always be higher than the elbows. What do you think?
False.
The palm should face down. The arms should be directly side. There should be a gentle slope from the shoulder to the elbow to the hands. Which one is it?
We don't know chicken dinner.
Gentle slope. Oh my God, if you guys don't get 100%, I'm gonna walk out. A grand jeté. Grand jeté, you love grand jetés, I know you do. A grand jeté, is it a sliding jump? Is it an escaping jump? Is it a big jump from one foot to the other? Is it a skipping jump, or it's not a jump? Hmm?
C.
It is C, a large jump from one foot to the other, right? Yes. On O, Whitney, show us on O. The arms are held overhead and frame the face. B, the arms are in a preparatory position, preparing. The palms face out, the fingertips touch. A, B, and D, or none of the above. Which one was that? This one's really tricky. A, arms are held overhead. B, they're in a preparatory position. Is that how you start your exercise? C, the palms face out, or D, the fingers and tips touch, and she is tired of holding her arms on. Oh, I don't blame her. Yes, she's framing her face. Okay. Your prep is on ba, on ba, on a ba, on o, okay? A chassé. Remember chassé and sauté and chassé and jump. A chasse is a leap or a split in the air.
No.
It's a skip. It's a sliding jump.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a large kick. All right, one more. You just learned this. Better erase that blackboard for next week. The body position, which who hasn't answered a question? Oh, Ava. Ava. The body position, which faces directly forward to the audience, Ava. Is it écarté, en face, effacé, croisé, or devant? En face. That's easy. My face, en face, to the audience. All right. 100% everybody?
Oh, yes.
Study, please. Promise. Okay, we have time. We're going to plie. We're going to tendu, and I think we'll do a pirouette drill. All right, let's go.